Welcome to the Soccer Sphere channel, football fans. Today, we will discuss Raheem Sterling labeled a flop player in the Premier League this season. But before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate notifications so you don't miss the latest updates on football news and football matches. Soccer Sphere. Arsenal's new player Raheem Sterling has received negative attention after his disappointing performance. Former Liverpool player Stan Collymore considers Sterling a failed Premier League player this season. Raheem Sterling, who was once a star at Manchester City, is now facing a big challenge in his career in the 2024 Premier League season. After moving to Chelsea in July 2022 with the hope of becoming a key player, his performance has not lived up to expectations. In his first 2 seasons with the Blues, Sterling scored 19 goals in 81 appearances, a contribution that is considered less than satisfactory considering his status and high salary. Things took a turn for the worse at the start of the 2024-25 season, when new Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca surprisingly dropped Sterling from the squad for the opening game against his former club Manchester City. The decision raised speculation about Sterling's future at Stamford Bridge. Sterling's representatives immediately sought clarification from the club, insisting that the player had a positive pre-season and had a good working relationship with the new coach. Sterling was ostracized by new Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca. As a result, the England winger moved to Arsenal on loan last summer. Raheem Sterling, once considered one of the deadliest wingers in the Premier League, is now under intense scrutiny. The Chelsea player who was on loan to Arsenal was labeled as one of the flops this season by a number of pundits and football fans. His performances were considered less than satisfactory, raising the big question: what has gone wrong with Sterling this season? However, since joining Arsenal, his contribution has been minimal. He has only scored 1 goal in a 5-1 Carabao Cup win over Bolton Wanderers. Sterling has started just 2 league games and has been a regular on the bench, dropping out of Arsenal's defeats to Newcastle and Inter Milan before the international break. Collymore has not shied away from criticizing Sterling's poor start to life at Arsenal, calling him a Premier League flop this season following his poor form since joining Mikel Arteta's side. Raheem Sterling has been a real disappointment, Collymore told Metro. He came in with the promise of giving his all, but that hasn't happened. He's arguably soured the atmosphere around the club, and he's certainly been one of the flops this season. Collymore added that Sterling, who has won a number of trophies, should have had a bigger impact in the dressing room and improved the team. But so far, he has failed to do so. He's an experienced player who's won everything there is to win. He's expected to lift the dressing room to a higher level, but that hasn't happened, Collymore added. Raheem Sterling is at a crossroads in his career. The label of a flop may sound harsh, but it is a reflection of the huge expectations placed on him. Sterling must quickly rediscover his best form if he is to silence his critics and become a Premier League mainstay once again. Sterling's criticism has been fierce, with some calling him a panic buy by Arsenal. It has been reported that the club had their sights set on other players, but ultimately chose Sterling as an alternative. Time will tell whether Sterling can rise to the occasion or lose his status as one of English football's biggest stars. Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate notifications so you don't miss the latest updates on exciting matches and other football news.